Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women.
Guys, today me a go rain pan some people parade. Uno plan on a parade and uno have these big costume and these floater go on and these marching banner and sitting. We are going all on a life and now me a come make rain fall and wet it up and pile it up. In this, one of my most revealing and thought-provoking and empowering videos, I'm going to not only explain how much the world has changed in the past 10 days, but to teach you also how you can navigate this new dispensation. As I've always told you guys, knowledge is power. And the advisor is who you come to for empowerment. First, let me start. For those of you who are not yet aware or who are partially aware, let me tell you what's going on. The West, the Western world, has suffered an extremely catastrophic economic meltdown, or is suffering because it's just started and it's going through it. And based on all logical indications, the meltdown is going to continue till it comes down to nothing. Just under 2 weeks ago, it was revealed that all of the luxury brands that people have been buying for the price of a car, for the price of a house, for one handbag, for example, you could get it at the corner store down the road, further down the road, or on the other side of town for the cost of a few grocery items. The same exact bag. Because here is what. First, let me tell you what the situation had been until less than 2 weeks ago. China was making a whole lot of luxury items, luxury brands as they call it, and sending them over to France, Italy, Germany, Britain, where they are tagged with a brand name, luxury brand name, packaged in a box, and then sold for a shite load of money. And everybody gravitated towards them. Now, when Donald Trump, so filled with self-conceit, this hubris led him to think that the perfect parasite was all that. So he started imposing tariffs on China. And China said, oh yes? Well, here is what me I go do. Uno making a shite load of money off the things where we make. And I give a little pittance and we are satisfied with it. And I hold on a secret. I want to do this to it. Alright, here what we are going to do. With one sentence, just a few words, he sank the entire European luxury market. I'm saying, hold on, them sitting they want to buy as luxury item, and we make them, they make a China. We only send them and them go stamp them label upon it. Now, Friday gone, that's April 25th, one of the most popular handbag brands has taken out a lawsuit against China. And I'm quite sure that a few others are going to be doing the same soon. So, what was the grounds for the lawsuit? 1, misuse of intellectual property. And 2, defamation. So, Hermes just wake up one day out of the clear blue sky only to realize say that the handbag where them a sell for $26,000 for example was made in China for like $300. And them never know because Hermes being a French company, they thought that their handbags were actually made in France. Them never know. You see guys, Hermes, as well as the other brands, have now realized that the jig is up. It was all a marketing con game. You see, the fact is, Western media has conditioned people to think that China means low class and that European things are high class. But that is all part of the illusion. As I said, it is a marketing con game. And by the way, at the end of this video, I'm going to say something to Uno, tell you a truth. Even though Uno know deep down say me right and it can be proven as fact, Uno are going to reject it outright. Why? Because Uno cannot face the truth. But when I come over here, I'm still going to tell you something that is so empowering and life-changing, but Uno still not going to believe it. Anyway, before I get there, let me just continue. But how do you think this lawsuit is going to go? You hire a company to make goods for you and they make it to your exact specifications. And then you're saying they misuse your intellectual property? And because them bust the truth, you say you want to sue them for defamation, for speaking the truth? And surprisingly, black people, poor ass black people, when I say poor, I don't mean them eat out a garbage pan or homeless or anything. But a standard person have a job earning a decent salary. Maybe even middle management, lower. Someone earning maybe $50,000 to $70,000 a year. US dollars, of course. When somebody like this buy a Birkin bag or a Hermes bag or Yves Saint Laurent or whatever, why do you think they buy it? They buy these brands because they have low self-esteem. 1. 2. They use it. They buy it to make them feel good about themselves or feel that it is something that let them feel that they are worth more than they think they are valued. It makes them feel good about themselves and make them feel that they are more elite than others amongst their peers. Now, back to Hermes for a moment. You see, Hermes, roughly what kind of money do you think Hermes made last year from selling luxury brands? Well, in 2024, Hermes made $15.2 billion. And I mean last year as in 2024. $15,200 million. 1,000 million is a billion, Let me put in perspective for you who don't understand. And I make 15,000 of them billion and them million there. And the extra 200 million on top of the 15,000 million from selling these luxury goods. So they make this shite load of money just by deluding you, giving you a false. They make you feel that you need something that you really do not need. But you buy it because you want to feel more elite than the people around you. So, how do they do it? Let me give you guys a perfect. There are millions of examples, but let me give you one specific example. This is Cardi B. Most of you will have, even if you don't know her, would have heard of Cardi B. She posted herself opening a package with a 60,000 US dollar bag where she claims that she just buy. Well, I don't know what the price of houses are in the United States, but I think $60,000 can buy you a piece of land and house on it. What type of house, I don't know. But this can actually buy a piece of property. No, people, you don't really think Cardi B did I go buy a bag for $60,000? No, she did not. And she never would. Rich people, famous people, never buy those bags. Or never buy brand name or expensive stuff. And this goes for all of them. Here is why. There are two types of rich people. The industrialists like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and so on. Now, those type of people would never been seen in or would ever carry anything that have a brand name on it, except maybe a watch, which is a practical piece of attire. The other type of rich people now are the celebrities. Now, these celebrities will wear these luxury items. But here's the trick. Them not pay for it. They get them for free. So Cardi B was never gonna spend a single dime on that bag. And what she do? She give her little girl, her little daughter, crayon to mark up the bag and sell it as a publicity stunt to sell more bags. When what Cardi B had done was to get the bag free and them give her a $2 million or $3 million. Say, here's the bag, here's the money, open it up in front of everybody, make them see it and make everybody want one. And then poor ass nignogs save up them money, take out loans, whatever, and go buy one. Because this bag has now become a status symbol. So, for years, these marketing companies, because they are merely marketing companies, which are using smoke and mirrors to sell you an illusion. They sell you a perception, and you think that that perception is real. Now, I said this. Black people are only buy the most of these junk for a shite load of money. I don't know if it stop. Here is what I want to do with the money now. Invest in property, stocks, shares, debentures, and so on. Lord, a long time I don't use the word debenture. And interestingly, guys, listen me now. You're not gonna believe this. You know how them twist no hand and get for ring out even more money out of uno than they usually would have get? You cannot just walk into a Hermes store and go buy a Hermes bag no matter what amount of money you have. No, you can't. They have it in stock, but they're not gonna just sell it to you just like that, even though you have spot cash or what. Hear what? They will not sell you these 26 and 30 and 40 and $45,000 bag until you can prove that you are a Hermes customer. In other words, we don't want anybody to walk with our bag or wear our brand. So you have to be a Hermes customer. So here what you do. Buy something else. Buy one scarf. Buy a little silk scarf made in China for $5 US, which we're going to sell you for $350. And we're going to sell you a belt made in China for $8. And we're going to sell you for $1,200 US. And after we see you come back and buy some of them little knickknacks, and we realize say that you really are a Hermes customer, then we will sell you the $45,000 handbag. So this, just out of this delusion alone, it's make them seem much more exclusive and make you even want to pay even more for the bag where you'd always want. But it's all a con game. Now we get to the main points, things I want to tell you. 2 facts I go share with you now where every single one of you I go reject. And you know why you're going to reject it? Because you see, human beings, they are the only creatures on earth with a brain sophisticated enough to let them delude themselves. Not only delude themselves, choose to be delusional and wanting to exist in that delusion even when they get the facts. And I'm going to prove it with these words that I'm about to say. In a recent video, I asked people to choose between the red pill and the blue pill. And I referred at the time to the Matrix movie. You see, guys, the sad truth is that human beings do not really care about truth. And where human beings care less about truth is religion and politics. I've said that all the days of my life. And those are indisputable, incontestable facts. And you know what are 2 of the greatest delusions that human beings entertain and nurture and hug up? Apart from this delusion about brands, the other 2, and this is where most people are going to run with now, the 2 areas in which Europeans and Americans take one money, scam one and thief one money is religion and razor blade. Did I just say razor blade? Yes, I did. I said Jesus Christ, the advisor I smoke something where me know, me no know him at smoke, but where the hell is he going with this? Well, remember in the Matrix movie, where Neo was offered the red pill or the blue pill, and he was told, take the blue pill, you can remain in your perception of the world and see the world the way you want to see it, and if it makes you happy, stay there. But if you care about the truth, then take the red pill. You will see the world as it really, really is. Well, when you come so, the red pill you get. When you come so, the lies are mashed down. Might not be popular, but it's the truth. So, let me deal with the razor blade first. Nearly every woman in the Western world crepe off the hair off of them front. Yes, but just put it right. Even though it is a scientific fact that it is, even though it is scientifically and biologically factual that it is more hygienic to keep your underarm hairs and the hair around your private parts. Yes, it is a fact, but the white man wanted to sell more razor blade, and he let women believe that it is unhygienic, a woman is nasty if she keep her hair. If you're selling razor blades to only men to shave them face, why not let women start creeping off the hair off of them front so we can sell twice the amount of razor blade? And they did it, and they sold the idea, until to this blessed day. Any woman who have her own hair upon her front, she feel icky. She feel unhygienic, dirty. So that marketing strategy worked. This idea has become so pervasive since the mid-1980s that right now, most men have been sold into the idea to the point where if they meet a woman now and she take off her clothes and him see hair upon her front, he thinks that she is not practicing proper hygiene. But it is all a delusion. But nobody now gonna believe me, even you who are listening to this. But it is a fact. Anyway, let me move on. Me don't even want to go into this too deep, but I'm just saying it. The same white people were telling us say it's better with a more hygienic to shave off the hair off on the front, ladies. The same one who telling you that there's an invisible man up in the sky who do everything for you, even though all the facts point to uno do everything for yourself. But here's a question to ask. The same God in all his knowledge decides say here belong under no arm and pan no front. In his infinite wisdom, you don't think him have a reason to put it there. No, God fucked up, right? Okay then. No, honestly though. You know, say sometimes when make me feel as if say me are the Christian and uno are the atheist. Because me do things which are closer to God and align more with God more than uno we claim to be Christian. Now, that is the irony. How do you work that out? That I doubt whether a God exists, yet me have more Christian values than uno? Make that make sense. Let's continue. The white man, who is lesser knowledgeable than God, come tell you say, buy me razor, shave on the arm, as a matter of fact, shave on the legs. Because they were, in the early 70s, it was women start shaving their legs and they build razor and tell you to start shaving your legs. That was in the early 70s, before them even telling to start shave front and underarm. And when they see that it works for the legs, then just bring it up to sell more. So right now, the sale of razor blade has tripled. The number of razors shaved, in the number of razors sold, compared to when only men were using razor blades. So basically, whether una use Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, Tommy Hilfiger, Gucci, or whatever, or una use Catholic, Presbyterian, Baptist, Anglican, any one of them, you still a get firk. Anyway, you take it. But can't tell you about these two last one. Because you nah go stop, you nah go change. But at least stop by the damn handbag them. And them brand name them. Amen? Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.